Direct from our newsroom in Washington, in color, this is the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite.
Good evening. Dr. Martin Luther King, the apostle of nonviolence in the civil rights movement, has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
Let's talk about Memphis.
Before the sanitation workers' protest in 1968, there were a group of students who challenged desegregation in Memphis, igniting the civil rights movement in the city in 1960. Ernestine Lee and 40 of her classmates from Lemoyne College sat down and read books, and all were arrested and put in jail. This sit-in movement led to movie theaters, museums, restaurants, and the train station. A Lane College student from Memphis was following the actions of the sanitation workers and felt the tension building in his city due to deplorable working conditions of the workers. 2 sanitation workers were crushed to death sitting in the back of the truck. These deaths sparked the sanitation workers into action, demanding better pay, better working conditions, and union recognition. The iconic I Am a Man theme for this campaign was born.
The birth of the civil rights movement, the home of the blues, plus the rich history of Beale Street, a town and its people who have been continuously taken advantage of over time.
Now Elon Musk is coming to Memphis to build the world's largest supercomputer.
A year later,
we here because we mean business.
People here want answers.
It's the job of the health department to protect our lungs, and not once have they went to XAI to see that they had 35 gas turbines operating and polluting our air.
We went to Memphis and found an environmental crime scene. Musk's data center burning enough methane to power a small city with no permits and no pollution controls.
I have not seen anything like this. We believe they've already violated the Clean Air Act.
There is no way to miss how this is a coordinated strategy.
I have never seen portable turbines used like this.
Patrick Anderson works on air quality cases for the Southern Environmental Law Center.
What we saw is 33 of the 35 were very clearly operating.
The turbines were capable of generating about 420 megawatts of electricity, enough to power around 300,000 homes.
Hello, everyone.
A recent health department hearing turned into a shouting match. An executive from XAI ducking out a side door. Easter Knox lives 2 miles away.
You smelled it?
Yes, Lord.
Right away?
I sure did. Well, after they got situated, I started smelling it.
Knox lives in Boxtown, a mostly black, low-income neighborhood in South Memphis.
There's a lot of people out here who got medical problems like breathing issues.
Cancer risks here are 4 times higher than the national average. Cancer killed her father and other relatives, Knox tells us. Life expectancy here is 9 years less than the national average. These are the gas turbines fueling the supercomputer they call Colossus. They emit hazardous pollutants like formaldehyde and nitrogen oxides, according to the manufacturer.
Just over this fence, you can see and hear the turbines churning 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
From the right and the powerful.
It's unique in my experience.
Joseph Goffman has worked on air pollution issues for decades. Until January, he ran the EPA office that regulates air quality.
Most companies that I've dealt with go to great lengths and spend a lot of money to make sure that the day they turn on their operations, they're also turning on their pollution control equipment. That's a given. For a company to do this, it's treating the people who live there as if they don't count.
5 Memphis police officers who were fired last week over the death of Tyree Nichols, a black man who died after an encounter with the officers, were in custody and indicted by a grand jury on Thursday on charges including second-degree murder. Nichols, a 29-year-old father of a 4-year-old boy, died in a hospital on January 10th, 3 days after sustaining injuries during a traffic stop by the 5 police officers. Officials on Thursday said body cam footage of the car stop would be released Friday evening. Earlier this week, civil rights attorney Ben Crump said he and the Nichols family viewed the footage.
Regrettably, it reminded us of Rodney King video.
To the forces that patrol, whose origins are from serving as slave catchers.
Look at this obscene shit. This is Orange Mound, the oldest black neighborhood in the country. And look at this. MPD, National Guard, ICE agents, FBI, goddamn embarrassment to this country. This is America, where the National Guard can go on any private property they want and the police ain't gonna do shit. They're supposed to protect the Constitution. They're violating it. Goddamn shame.
The city remains defiant in the face of targeted oppression and struggle through direct policy from those that want to see it fail, which was why this was just abysmal.
Yeah, it just wears on you more.
Yeah, random Tuesday in Milwaukee, staying at the Hyatt at 41 years old. You think I want to do that shit? Being in Memphis on a random ass Thursday. I'm not like the first guy to even talk about it in the NBA. Like, we all like, you guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the NASCAR. You got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Predators. Like, they got everything.
Doesn't look like LeBron's going to be on the Grizzlies anytime soon, so Grizzly fans out there.
Yeah, they know. Their only chance was in 2003 if they'd have won the lottery to get me there. And I might have pulled a Eli Manning.
Those words carry weight and were a smack in the face to those locally.
It is extremely harmful to try to make it seem like you're only caring about the hotels when you specifically said to move our team to Nashville. That is harmful to the city, to the people who live here, the folks who work at the FedEx Forum, who benefit from having a job there. Like, that is harmful and anti-Black.
I spoke with Amber Sherman, a native of Memphis, Tennessee, and graduate of Hodges University with a Master of Legal Studies degree, summa cum laude, not to mention she holds a degree in poli-sci, a minor in legal studies. In addition, she's a political strategist, policy organizer, and a podcaster. On Braun's follow-up comments, this is what he told the media.
People have been upset about the fact that Memphis was looked at as a team that, you know, a lot of Black people in Memphis, like, compared to, like, Nashville, for example. So
Did I say I don't like Black people?
No, I didn't say that. But there were people who were wondering why Memphis was targeted. Like
Milwaukee was too. Did they miss that one too? They didn't see that?
Not as much commentary.
Oh, yeah, okay. I said Milwaukee as well. Yeah. 41 years old. There's two cities I do not like playing in right now. And that's Milwaukee and that's Memphis. What is the problem? I don't like going home either. Shit, and I'm from there. What is people? People are ridiculous. They also get mad at my son being on the team too. So what are we talking about? I'm not talking about the city, like the people in Memphis. Like, I don't like staying at the Hyatt Central. What's wrong with that?
Sherman isn't buying it.
It's anti-Black to say you don't like the hotel somewhere that's actually owned by a company in Nashville, not in Memphis. And then to say because of that, there's nothing for you to do on a Thursday in Memphis and they should move the team to Nashville. Knowing that basketball teams bring a lot of economics and revenue to a city. And Memphis is a majority Black city, almost 70% Black. So the people that are impacted are Black. It's bullshit. Like, you're trying to play us, and we're way smarter than that. We're not falling for it. And he's trying to backtrack it now and say, well, did I say Black and did I say this? No, because you said Memphis, and Memphis is a majority Black city. So you're talking about us just because you don't like a hotel.
Sherman would astutely point out that the workers at FedEx Forum are predominantly Black, from those scanning tickets to concessions to even the dance team and the DJ. Then there's this. Content creator G-Fed made the trek from Chicago to Memphis to check out the Westin Hotel in the city.
We're going to take this in together. Let's walk in. We got a pretty standard lobby right here. Not that big. Don't think NBA players spend that much time in a hotel lobby anyways, though. This room I got for $215. It's a pretty penny, but also for NBA standards, probably one of the more affordable stays in the league. Like the lobby that is also kind of small. I don't think an NBA player would work out in here, but I'd be lying to pretend to know how NBA players work out on the road. I have not even seen my bed yet. That is a good sign. Honestly, this is pretty freaking cool. So we got basically a living room right here. Over to the other side, we got a pretty standard king-size hotel room all in one. There is also floor-to-ceiling windows around this entire thing. Let's lift this bad boy up. That's some pretty cool stuff. But what takes the cake for me is the bathroom. We got a regular one on this side, and then if you wrap all the way around to the other side, we have full jacuzzi, full shower, second toilet back there, and a full walk-in closet over here. to the infamous Hyatt. Here's the moment of truth. LeBron is probably staying in the suite anyways. Let's see what he's working with. This is an even bigger room than the last one we had. We don't have the view of the Forum anymore, but we probably have the best view you're gonna get in Memphis. That now takes us into the bedroom. New fit is looking great. Right by our his and hers things, and we have our bed right over here. And with this bedroom, we have big shower 1, bathroom 1, and bathroom 2 right over here. That leaves the question, is this a room fit for a king? Let me know in the comments.
Now look, when LeBron says that he is not alone with this sentiment, he is right.
Man, I used to hate flying into Memphis, bro.
What'd you come into that FedEx? Them boys maybe had him for cracking.
I mean, we gonna stay at that West, and I'm gonna walk across. I'm walking across the street on game day to get to the.
What's your least favorite city? Everybody's got to have one.
Yeah, Memphis, probably. I mean, the hotel is probably the worst hotel in the NBA.
Did you ever walk into a hotel room and just be like, wow, thousands of people have slept in this bed before me?
Yeah, especially when we go to Memphis. I'd be like, damn, my hotels ain't nothing in Memphis. That shit be dirty. I walked in the Memphis hotel one time, I had stains and shit on the bed.
Stains and shit?
Stains and shit.
They broke in your room for you?
Nah, they ain't breaking in, but.
No, I'm saying they broke it in.
Yeah.
But it's Memphis, so they might have also broke in.
For sure. Memphis, shout out.
Shout out Memphis.
Memphis, which should probably be in Nashville, should be an Eastern Conference team. Adam, let them just do us all a favor and take the team to Nashville. No harm, no foul. The relocation fee, it's a swap.
I just don't think it's a destination city. You know, Nashville's one of those cities that people enjoy. Memphis, it is in Tennessee, so you get a tax cut, like it's good on taxes. But it's just not a city that's pretty, I guess you could say.
Oh, Memphis is easily the worst.
Yeah.
Easily the worst. You usually stay at the West End across from the hotel.
But what stands out is just so many things as it pertains to LeBron's comments.
The way that our city is being treated, the disinvestment we're experiencing, you're championing that and saying because of that, you want to move our team somewhere else because you're uncomfortable. You're not worried about the people who actually live here, that not asking us what our lived experience is, but you're uncomfortable for one night. So they got to move the whole team because of you. That is so selfish.
First, it's how those who control the state, MAGA Republicans, really like to crush Memphis, which is the largest voting bloc for Democrats in that state.
But it's only gotten worse and worse and worse over time. Right now, there's a bill being pushed by Representative Mark White and Senator Brent Taylor, neither of which live in Memphis. They are pushing a bill to take over our school board and put in their own governing board that the governor would choose and they would have influence on. We also have a occupation happening here right now.
Ex-military, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this occupying force disrupting a local business and refusing to leave?
So this is definitely an abuse of power. This is not what our National Guard is for. They're to protect the citizens of Memphis, citizens of Tennessee. Instead, what they're being used is as pawns.
They've done over 100,000 traffic stops that are impacting Black people. When you go to traffic court, 98% of the people there are Black. Those folks also can't afford to pay for the tickets they're being given. And so they're having to continue to come back to court over and over again. And these fines and fees they get stack up. And if LeBron really wants to do the right thing, he'll pay off all those fines and fees people owe.
Let's pause here because it reminds me once upon a time when LeBron's nonprofit, More Than a Vote, raised over $100,000 to help pay off the outstanding fines and court fees of former felons in the state of Florida who would like to vote in the 2020 election. That is via Revolt. So it can be done with Bron.
The problem I got with Bron is this. See, when you say shit like just relocate to Nashville, it's almost giving a big middle finger to the Black people. By the way, if you want to hold anybody accountable in Memphis, hold all these motherfucking billion-dollar technology.
That's what I was finna say.
Even Kendrick Perkins was going after him on Road Trippin'. A simple question is this. What happened?
You know, just being in Memphis, I know that you listen to, Young Dolph. What's that like, being back in the city and just knowing the music history here?
Obviously Young Dolph is definitely, someone that's done so much for this community, and this music will forever live on. But obviously, we know it's the home of rhythm and blues as well. So many great musicians that come from this town. And so being a huge music guy myself, it feels good to be a part of a city that has so much culture and music.
And he'd be checked by plenty of folks.
To take the Memphis Grizzlies out of Memphis to Nashville will hurt the community. A community that is already fighting tooth and nail to keep resources that has been exploited for years. This is not about Nashville being the better place for the Memphis Grizzlies. This is about getting away from a predominantly black city. 54% of Nashville is white. I've been to Nashville. Memphis could look like Nashville if it got the resources, but there's no need for the resource. We're not interested in that because it's still predominantly black. I just want you all to say the quiet part out loud, that y'all don't want to be around poors and y'all don't want to be around blacks. But you can't say that because you need the poors and you need the blacks to continue to buy into Lorraine Motel shoes.
Amber would even go further on how the state crushes the city and how really what LeBron is doing is carrying that out.
Them using vouchers has definitely hindered our school system here. And you can see that disinvestment over time, but also just the amount of investment the state puts in the city at all. Like anytime we don't agree with something the governor wants to do, they'll take money out of the budget for projects. Anytime the mayor has said something that the governor didn't agree with, or the Republican state leaders didn't agree with, they'll take something else out of the budget or say they aren't going to fund this kind of project.
She would detail how Republicans will go on a revenge-like tour when a Democrat from the city speaks out against them and their policies. Another part that really got me.
Nike and LeBron linked up to release a special Honor the King edition shoe in honor of MLK Day. The teal colorway represents the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, where Martin Luther King Jr. was fatally shot. The shoe has equality written on the back and commemorates the moment where LeBron James scored 51 points in Memphis on MLK Day in 2008. Nike and LeBron James made a huge mistake with this shoe. I will always feel a little bit icky about companies taking huge moments like the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., a civil rights leader in our culture, and making it a product to be sold and using it as a capitalistic bargaining chip to make more money and to make their signature athletes look good.
He would put out these sneakers honoring Martin Luther King Jr. and where he was killed, the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, for profit. For profit. This is capitalism at its finest.
I would much rather they fill all the potholes than build a new hotel. Lower these fees y'all charging people in court. Give folks better access to housing. The billionaires that hang out with LeBron James, who own these big industrial companies, these logistics companies, that's what they do. They come here because they know the labor will be cheap, and then they don't hire people full time. So folks never get any real benefits, so they can't ever better their lives. Imagine what it would be like if a person who had a temporary job was actually able to get health care and take care of themselves and their children, or were able to get PTO to even go to the doctor. We are living in a system that doesn't even allow a basic person to meet their basic needs. And then you're saying, oh, but I don't like the hotel. It was dirty, so we should just move the whole team.
What also just really got me is there is this push from so many in the league to get the Grizzlies out of Memphis and into Nashville. And once again, it is layered.
I will never respect another black man speaking this poorly about a black city in white circles. Every black city in America has its issues, a lot of them stemming from environmental racism. Because we want to talk about why Memphis is the way it is. We want to get real, we can get real. And again, it'd be almost different if LeBron James was not someone who has tried to stick up for the black community or stick up for disenfranchised communities. The nerve of a guy from Akron who played in Cleveland for most of his life to say that Memphis doesn't deserve an NBA team is freaking ridiculous. Memphis is a small market team. It's a city that's been disenfranchised for many, many, many decades now because of its role in the civil rights movement.
Nashville is seen as this utopia in Tennessee, while Memphis is viewed as the inverse. Why does this happen?
White supremacy. They want to uplift Nashville as a safe white town that you can come and have your bachelorette party in. You can come and go to the CMA Music Festival. You can come listen to country music. Even though Nashville has a big Black population, Nashville also has a lot of crime, but you would never know it because they don't talk about it. And they prop up Memphis as this bad place with all this crime. Nashville literally had a mass shooting. There ain't never been a mass shooting in a school in Memphis.
She would rightfully point out that there are plenty of companies and figures who moved to Nashville, like Ben Shapiro's The Daily Wire. He would announce that years ago. Fox News pundit Tommy Lauren did the exact same, moving from California to Nashville, Tennessee. Right-wing social media company Parler followed suit as well. These people are bigoted in their views and the policies that they want to see pushed forth. It is no surprise the narrative was spin ever so easily when we bring up Nashville, Tennessee.
It's more expensive because the people who live there make more money than Memphis. And so that's how they're propping it up in a way of putting us down while bigging these people up. But realistically, it's also a tourist tactic too, because they want to make sure that Nashville maintains this tourist town vibe. But the people who live in Nashville don't even like it. It's tourism dollars and white supremacy, and the fact that the people who are moving there are literal straight up white nationalists who are buying land and building up boot camps that they talked about. They're buying land outside of Nashville on farms so they can build up boot camps to train people for the second coming.
Thus, when I say it's layered, I mean it. For LeBron, Amber had this to say as a sign-off. Final message to LeBron, what would it be?
Fuck you.